Hi, friend.
Hi, friend. Are you ready
Ready for what?
to level up?
Okay, girl, let's get started. Hi, friends. Welcome to another episode of Level Up with Raman and Alysha.
Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. On today's episode, we'll be talking about something that I think a lot of women need to learn about, which is hair care.
Yeah, definitely. I know it's something that a lot of us don't even talk about, but let's be honest, like it's something we have to deal with every morning when you're getting ready.
Yeah. I think a lot of people hear skincare a lot and focus a lot on skincare, but then we kind of fail to think about our hair. And I feel like women are always constantly complaining about their hair as well, but we don't actually pay enough attention to it as much as we do to our faces.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's either like, okay, you know what, if you're having an off day, let me throw it up in a bun, or in the summertime, girls wash their hair and then they mousse it, and are on the go kind of thing, or you just braid it and then you get those natural waves. So
Yeah.
there's a few things you could do with your hair, but then I feel like there's also like, so because of this, I feel like I went into more research recently because I started dyeing my hair more. So in the last few months, especially with the pandemic, I've been dyeing my hair a lot every time the salons open again because you just don't know the next time there'll be a lockdown and then you can't do anything to your hair.
Yeah.
And so with age, there's also white hair. So, trying to hide that up. But I've been finding recently that like my hair is getting damaged and I'm getting scared because my hair actually was starting to thin out and I was losing a lot of hair recently, which is very rare for me because I have such thick hair.
Yeah,
Um,
I was gonna say I would like to point out that Alicia has like thick, luscious hair from I've always like known you and you've always like dyed your hair or had something done, but you always continue to have like really thick, nice hair. And for me out there, I have like really thin, thin, skinny, small hair.
yeah, you do. And thank you for the compliments, by the way.
I
But
always love
no,
your hair.
well, my hair is not being loved anymore, and I think it was because of how I was treating it after I got dyed. So I started doing a lot of research, and I realized what I was doing wrong. So these are some of the things I've learned, and this can go for all hair types as well. But there's a bunch of videos on YouTube of girls that are actually that work in the cosmetology world. So they
Mhm.
actually like basically um analyze each product and how the product is like the first, how when you eat something and they say you
Mhm.
can tell right away whether you should be putting that in your body or not because the first 3 or 4 items in that product are either really fake or really processed. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? So
same thing
same
for
thing.
hair, I guess.
Yeah, and same thing with for skincare. So I didn't realize that. And so a lot of the shampoos that might seem like the most amazing shampoos to use and stuff actually are not. Like I was surprised to see like Moroccan oil, that actual name brand Moroccan oil treatment. That one is one of the worst because it has a lot of silicone. And then the other
Oh
ones,
no, everybody loves the Moroccan oil.
right? I know, me too. And I thought like that would have been a good one.
Mhm.
And then TikTok recently has been showing a lot of people like doing their, routines, and people are like, "Oh, what shampoo are you using?" So one that went viral on TikTok recently was called Shea Moisture, and it's from
Okay.
Shoppers Drug Mart. So it's not cheap either. It's about like $14 a bottle. So I
Mhm.
decided to try that too. And that's when I started to notice something was wrong with my hair. So I got a little worried. So that one she analyzed, and she also said that one wasn't good either. The first couple 4 things were just water and something, and nothing really to do much for your hair, even though
Mhm.
claims to add moisture and it's good for curly hair or whatever. And then there was like just a few, like Pantene's one of the most worst ones to use apparently.
That one I have heard of, and I heard that like years ago. So that one is one that I'd have stayed away from. And I
Yeah,
heard Head and Shoulders is like not the greatest either.
it's not. And even like L'Oreal's recently come up as well that people are saying it's very fake. Like all the things they're using in it is fake.
Yeah.
So the one she does recommend, and my mom always taught me this, you should always use high end. You should never buy your shampoo from Shoppers Drug Mart. So you sometimes are like, do I really want to buy another $60 bottle of shampoo, or do I want to buy something cheap and
Yeah,
just see
yeah,
how
yeah.
it kind of goes, kind of thing, right? And so originally I went to a hair salon and I really loved the smell of the shampoo they were using on my hair, and it was like a rose smell. And then the
Mhm.
conditioner smelled like peppermint extract, which I love because for someone who gets migraines, I love the fact that I can put peppermint into my scalp if I'm having a migraine, and it'll calm down that migraine.
Oh,
So
true. Double
yeah,
benefit.
yeah, so I bought her bottles. So, she charged me two for something, whatever the time. I think it was like $80 at the time. They were
Oh my
pretty
God.
huge bottles though. They're like 1.5 liters, really big.
Okay,
And
okay.
they're good for like colored hair because they have purple shampoo and whatever. So, I started to use that, but then I started to like walk around Shoppers Drug Mart and get excited and try new things. That's where I went wrong. She actually rated the one I was using as one of the top brands to use because everything in it was so pure. And
Sorry, so what is the name and the brand?
so it's called Pureology, and
Okay.
they have a few different series, depending on the type of hair. So if you have thick treated dry hair, the purple brand is the one I use, and that one is basically for hydrating and color treatment. And then they have green for like thin hair that needs like thick volume and whatever, right? So
Mhm.
they have all these kind of brand like colors based off of it. She said that's one of the top rated ones. So you can either get that at a salon, or now Sephora just recently started selling the smaller bottles. So I was like, okay, I immediately need to go back to this. But the one thing I also learned is that you can actually get away using a cheap, good shampoo, but investing in a very good concealer. So the concealer, did I say concealer? Conditioner.
Concealer. I was gonna be like, you know what? I was thinking that, oh, I don't really know anything about hair products aside shampoo and conditioner, so maybe concealer is like a new thing.
No, 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 no.
You mean conditioner?
I mean conditioner. Yeah.
Oh
So
my God.
so conditioner definitely they say is the one you should spend the most money on if you're going to. So they're like, go ahead and use a good shampoo. If you want to buy the drugstore one, then fine. If you're someone who washes like your hair all the time, I know Raman, you do too. You wash your hair a couple times throughout the week. Um,
Yeah, like two, three. Honestly, ever since COVID started, I'm not gonna lie, like I get away with not washing my hair a lot because I can just, like you mentioned, put it in a bun, or if my hair's been in a braid for like 2 days right now. But one thing so I've never been a fan of conditioner, and I don't know why. I just feel like it always makes my hair like oily, or maybe there's something in there that's making my hair kind of like oily. I don't know if everybody feels this way. But I read somewhere a while ago that if you're going to use conditioner and you kind of want like a drier scalp if you have oily hair, don't use it on your scalp. So just use it like, I guess, like half bottom of your hair. So that's what I do when I use conditioner now.
so you're not supposed to use conditioner ever on your scalp.
Okay, good. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I've been doing one thing right.
Yeah, so they say what okay, so the technique, so I've been washing my hair all wrong all my life. Basically they say, okay, how you apply your shampoo. So you're gonna wet your scalp under your shower head, right? And you're gonna
Mhm.
take your shampoo, and they say like, you know how you like lather it onto both hands? They're like, mix it to heat up the product in your hand so that the product is actually like transforming to work now. And then you
Mhm.
take that into your scalp and you massage it into the scalp part. But I've always been that person who's like, oh, I have to do the bottom ends of my hair. So I'll like go into the rest of my hair. They say that actually causes breakage. So
Oh, so you're supposed to only use shampoo in the scalp?
that's it. And you massage it, and then you turn around to face the opposite way from your head and let the water wash down your scalp into your strands of your hair to your ends. Because
Mm,
that's how it gets cleaned anyways, because they're like, you don't need to massage your ends because that's where split ends happen, breakage happens, and bondage breaks. But you're just
yeah.
supposed to let the water go through it with the soap so it actually cleans it.
Oh my God, maybe that's why when people use conditioner right after, it feels like half your like hair on your head is falling out. Because it
Exactly.
probably broke in the shampoo process and now it's like actually coming out.
That's right. Yeah. So I was like, oh fuck, I've been doing this wrong. So then they say go ahead and do the conditioner. And what they say with the conditioner is now you're going to take the bottom part of your hair, like all of your
Mhm,
hair in one hand, and you're going to like spiral your hair so you're wringing out the water of the
mhm.
ends. And then you take the conditioner and pat it through midway downwards into your hair.
Okay.
So
And I
no,
leave it there for a while.
yeah,
Not
they
a
say at
while.
least 5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah, that's like way too long, but I do. Okay, so okay, I'm glad I know how to use conditioner at least. It's like one thing. I feel a little proud of myself because I was telling Alicia before this, I'm like, I don't know shit. You're gonna have to educate me. Um, but yeah, so I'll put in the conditioner halfway through, and then I'll turn around and have like my moment in the shower when you're just sitting there and hot water is just falling on you and you're just enjoying it, or like it's your
That's
moment to like wash your face, like that's your
yeah,
opportunity, and then yeah, I leave it in there
exfoliate.
for a bit, and then yeah, you turn around and you wash your hair.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was that. And then, okay, so like I was saying though, my hair's damaged. Now, if you're someone who's going through this where the heat might be damaging your hair, hormones, whatever it is, you're having damaged hair, okay, from coloring it too much, whatever it might be. From all the research I have done, and guys, I have watched, I'm someone who watches a million YouTube videos, TikToks, Instagram. I'll go hashtag the thing I'm looking for and watch every review on it just before I invest into a whole line. Um, the best
This
thing
is true.
people, yes, the best thing people said to use is the Olaplex line.
Oh,
And yes, it's like
I'm gonna write that name down.
it's actually really affordable too. Like it's carried at Sephora, unless you know someone who's in the industry, you can get like a discount at like those beauty salon thingies. But
Mhm.
basically, it's $38 per product. And I think that's super reasonable because I've had a few Olaplex products and I still have them like years later.
Oh,
So,
wow.
I think they last a really long time. So ever since this happened, I tried a few hair masks to hydrate my hair and I was doing drugstore. I think it was making my hair worse. So then I
Mhm.
did the research. And then Olaplex has like the steps. So it's like so easy for you to understand basically. So they have this new one that came out and it's like Bond Zero. And basically you buy it and you do it on dry hair before you're getting into the shower. And this is repairing your bonds while your hair is dry and dampening your hair. So you're spraying this all over your hair. And then they're like, you're gonna go ahead and take number 3, which is their product, and it's a cream. And now you're gonna take this from the roots of your hair and just kind of comb it through your head all the way down to the ends, and you're going to let that sit for 10 to 15 minutes because both work together. They activate on each other and they like do a good treatment before you get into the shower. So
Mhm.
now you're going to get into the shower, you're going to wash that out, you're going to do your shampoo routine, you're going to do your conditioner routine. And then if you want to go the extra step to do at least a hair mask, which they say you should once a week or once every 2 weeks, you get out of the shower or whatever. If you want to stay in the shower, go ahead, but I get out of the shower and I dampen. You want to like basically make your hair only damp, so you towel dry it. So this is the other step, guys, that I learned in between all of this. Now the towel that you're using for your hair is very important. So Raman, you do this thing where you flip your head that you've been doing and you've been hitting your towel to take out all the water. So guess what, girlfriend, ever since I saw you do that, I did that. And I read you're not supposed to do that. That's the
I don't know
worst
why,
thing
but
to
I
do.
should have seen this coming. I should have seen this coming. Everybody who knows me has seen me do the towel thing. It's just to like slap out the hair. Honestly, when I really think about it, it probably isn't good for my hair because I'm literally whacking my hair.
Yeah, they say it's the worst thing to do for your hair because I started doing it after I saw you do it. I'm like, oh, maybe Roman's onto something here.
It just
No,
helps dry faster because all the water is out.
no, you're damaging your hair because as
Oh
your
my
hair
god.
is wet, they say it's the most vulnerable and the weakest because it's wet still.
Yeah.
So you're like
That's why they
breaking.
say you should not comb your hair while wet. Like
Yeah,
always wait till it's dry before you comb it.
technically, no.
Why? You because
Okay,
it breaks easier.
okay, so
Or
they
I
say your
guess
hair should be
no,
damp.
no, no. They said if you can use a big comb
Okay, yes,
if you are gonna comb your hair wet.
big comb or the real teaser comb, the real
Mhm.
it's like wide and it's made out of like I don't know what it's made out of, but it's like formulated so that it's short and long spikes of hair like the teeth, and they say it's like really good for your hair. So
Okay, tell me about the towel. Tell
okay,
me
so
about the
they say microfiber towel is the best one to use. So like you need to get like a hair
How the
turban.
fuck do I know? Oh, I have a hair turban. Remember I got it from Winners with you one day, I think?
Yes, was it microfiber?
I hope so.
I think it was because I just went and bought one too, and I think we bought the same one. So that's the one
Yeah.
you should use. So right when you get out of the shower, you go ahead and you put that in. then you go in like after 10-15 minutes, the microfiber soaks up all that water. That's why they say to use microfiber, because it soaks it
Mm.
up so much faster. And it's true. I tested it last week. So then I took off the towel. Now my hair is just damp. So then I took the bonding oil by Olaplex, and you take that bonding oil and you put it into both hands, and you kind of just run it through your hair into your ends mainly, because it acts as a heat protectant, and then it's also going to add moisture back into your hair. Now there's
Mhm.
another product you can like use with that one, and it's called Olaplex number 6, and it's like the bonding smoother. So people say you can take the bonding smoother and the Olaplex number 7 oil and put them together and then run it through your hair. And I'm not even kidding you. Once you go to blow dry your hair or do whatever you're gonna, even if you put your hair in a braid, you're gonna see a world of a difference when your hair is fully dry, because you're gonna be like, holy shit, my hair is so much softer, so much more alive. And I'm not even joking. I saw this after one time of doing this, like one
Mm.
time. So
And
my
this is
hair looked,
Olaplex. This is the one from Sephora.
yes, Olaplex line. Oh my god, amazing! Like to die for
Okay,
line.
okay.
I think it
Might
will
have to
always
check
be.
that out.
I'm not even kidding. It's something I'm going to repurchase over and over again. And now I replaced my hair tie as well, because they say hair ties also are another major thing. So either use a silk hair tie or you use the real, like the ones that Sephora sells, the ones that look like those bands on your
Yeah, the
hands.
twisty thingies. Yeah.
You have to use the real one. That's what they're
What do
saying.
you mean the
Oh,
real one? There are fake ones out there. There's fake hair
yes.
bands.
There's fake hair bands, and that's what causes damage to your hair and breakage. And I was using the fake ones too. So you have to use the real deal ones or silk. And then they say to sleep at night on a silk pillow. So I've invested in a silk pillow from Amazon. And holy shit, world of a difference for my skin and hair. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, I think the silk pillow is also good for your skin because we obviously put our faces on the pillows to sleep. I think it helps with like not getting acne and stuff like that.
Yeah, it has. It's made a difference. I'm not even joking, and I feel luxurious too. But like honestly, this whole thing has changed my life, because even my husband was seeing how much hair was coming out and he was like, "What is wrong with you?" And like I said, this could have been hormonal too, but
Mhm.
I've just never gone through that in my life before. I've always been the girl who's had
Yeah.
thick, crazy hair, so it was just like very concerning for me. But ever since I introduced a proper hair care routine, it's helping and it's protecting my hair, I'm finding. And I only wash my hair once a week because of how long and thick my hair is. I don't need to wash it more than once, because I felt like when I was washing it more than once, it was very oily. And you have to, biggest thing I forgot, you have to wash your hair in cold water.
Oh, oh.
Yes. So if you're finding your hair is getting oily quickly, it's because you're using hot water on your scalp.
So I knew this thing that you're not supposed to wash your hair or your skin with like burning hot water, and I do it anyways, and I get bitched at by Tim all the time for doing this. So,
Oh,
but it's just like if you're a hot water lover in the shower, hot water lover, you know what I mean. You love hot water, and you just that's the only way. It's like you're like me, and there's just no other way. Like that's one thing you just have to sacrifice.
that's you and Amit. Amit needs the hottest water where he comes out, his skin is red.
Yeah.
Me, I'm cold water all the way, even in the winter. I love cold water. Yeah.
Yeah, you get hot really easily. So I can picture that. I feel like the number one way that I find out that I'm losing hair or like I'm starting to, like my hair is getting damaged and stuff is by telling like how much hair is on my bathroom floor. I remember, yeah, because like, I feel like that's one place you always see hair on the ground. So I can always tell by how much hair there is on the ground that like, am I losing a lot of hair or like, oh, my hair hasn't fallen out that much. And I remember when I dyed my hair red and it damaged my hair so much. Okay, first of all, I have to say, okay, what annoys me is like there are some people that can continue to dye their hair and put a lot of heat in their hair, but their hair might not get that damaged. But for most people, if you do continue to dye your hair a lot and you are using a lot of heat like every day on your hair and you are not taking care of your hair, you are going to continue to lose a lot of hair. It's like kind of almost inevitable. And then I hate when people complain about losing their hair, but they're still doing all these things that are causing hair loss. So when I've been dyeing my hair since like probably grade 7. So the red was like my final straw. It had damaged my hair to a point where I feel like it felt like hay. Like so rough. It was so disgusting. I like hated the way my hair felt. And honestly, I made a decision to like stop dyeing my hair and stop using any heat on my hair. And I remember seeing honestly, like for me, like that made the most significant difference to my hair and like just like growing healthy hair and making sure that it's fresh. It literally, I remember one day looking at my bathroom floor and I was like, I haven't groomed it in a while. Like
That's
I don't,
amazing.
yeah, and that's when I noticed. And the same thing happens like when I start using a lot of heat and stuff like that, I instantly start to notice. And I feel like whether you use heat protectant, obviously like highly recommend using heat protectant because, if you are gonna whatever put heat on your hair, you might as well like be safer about it. But it's still kind of like I feel like it doesn't really protect you to like the
The
tea.
maximum.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's still gonna get damaged. And Alicia tells me all the time, I'll be like, I'm not using heat, and she'll be like, but get the Dyson, it's less heat.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that. So I haven't straightened my hair in almost 2 years. And
You use the
I
Dyson one, right?
yeah, the Dyson Airwrap, like ever since I got that, it's been game changer. So where I noticed a difference too is that when I was staying at my own place, I would go immediately into washing my hair, 15-20 minutes later when it was damp, going straight into the blow dryer version of the like Dyson, and then
Mhm.
like either curling it or just blow drying it straight with the Dyson pieces. And then my hair was like so healthy during that time frame because I would do it right away, because they say it depends on your hair. You either can go straight into like styling and blow drying it right away, some hair cannot. So you would have to kind of see the difference. But my hair was at its healthiest during that time when I would do that. So now I'm like, I think I need to go back into straight right away, damp. As soon as my hair hits damp, go straight into styling it and blow drying it right away. And that's made a difference in these last couple of weeks. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, but there's do-it-yourself natural items. So my sister-in-law was a huge person on the rice
I
water.
saw that on TikTok and I wanted to try it, but then it seemed like a lot of work.
It does. Honestly, it does. But Rimpy's been doing it for 3 years.
Oh
And
wow.
she had really, really thin hair and short hair at one point. And her hair's come so thick and so full because of the rice water. So, like, a lot of people say rice water adds the protein back into your hair. So, you need protein and
Mhm.
bondage building.
Hmm.
So, I'm going to try it. That's the next.
I really wanted to try it. I did hear that it does smell a little bit.
Pardon?
But it's not bad. So I followed this girl on Instagram. I don't know if you follow her too. Her name is Sirat Sani and she's in the States. And basically she talks a lot about hair care. Um,
Oh.
and she does basically like her whole page, like it's style and stuff too, but a lot of it she gives like hair care tips. And she has like nice, long, thick, luscious hair. And she basically, it's all like home remedies. So it's like oils, the she talks a lot about this thing, and I honestly, the name is stuck in my head, but I have not had a chance to research it yet. It's called Ayurveda. I don't know. So
Oh.
some sort of hair treatment. It's like called Ayurveda, and she basically talks about it a lot. But she talks about a lot of natural things like hair masks, like home remedies and stuff like that. And that's where I saw the rice flour one, and I'm like, I want to do it, but it just seems so much work.
I know, like I gotta figure it out and then I'll tell you. They say you make it a whole batch at once, keep it in a couple mason jars, and then just like grab one when you're about to wash your hair.
True. I guess that would make a lot more sense. And obviously, along with like hair products that people buy, a lot of people do. I mean, in our culture, we like grew up in your hair. So I'm actually trying to get back into that. So right now, Deepika, she had recommended black seed oil. So that's the one that me and my whole family is like trying out right now. I haven't been using it long enough to see like if it's actually made a difference. But
Mhm.
that's the one I'm doing it right now, just to kind of like, I get my mom to like massage, give me a nice head massage. So it's also like a bonus. Um,
Yeah.
but like I'll at least try to do that once a week. I know sometimes like we get really lazy and we're just like eager to go in the shower. So it's kind of, I feel like when you do these things, you kind of do have to plan out and make time, which is kind of why maybe people and myself fall behind. Because, I have to be like, okay, well, if I'm going to wash my hair later, I should put my oil in my hair right now or the night before. So it does take planning and it does take effort, which is
Dude,
I feel like the hardest part. If
yeah,
someone could just do it for us, it would be a lot easier.
it's so tedious. You're absolutely right. You do have to make it into your schedule, just like the skincare and everything else. Like, it's so annoying, but it's something you just have to do. I've heard black seed oil is amazing. Almond oil is another great one. They say
Coconut
coconut
oil.
oil. You got to be careful though, because I was always using coconut. Like, my grandma would always massage that in, but I found out later that was making it worse because I have eczema, and it's not hydrating. It actually dries out your
Because
hair.
it's really thick. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really thick and it might not be good for your scalp. That is true. So, yeah, coconut oil isn't the best for everyone for hair, but coconut oil on skin is so nice.
Oh, and it's a great makeup remover. You know how people are buying those
Yeah,
makeup
I,
bombs?
I used to like use coconut oil or like any oil is such a good makeup remover,
Yeah, I
like a
just put
good
that on
natural makeup remover.
like after a wedding and I have a full face. That's what I use. I use that to
Yeah,
take off my like mascara, everything, and it works so great. And another one I heard recently was really good was mustard oil. Oh, not recently. We've known that our whole life too, growing up, was mustard oil. It just doesn't smell
that's
great.
true. Yeah, so I feel like that's why people don't really go into it. Even the black seed oil, like originally I was told that it doesn't have a good smell, and maybe yeah, like I smelled it the first time, but now I don't smell it at all. So it's not bad at all. But yeah, I mean, thanks for giving us all the tips and tricks, Alicia, today.
No problem. I hope you all start a hair care routine if you don't already have one. And, maybe you can like learn some tips from what we've shared today.
Yeah, absolutely. And as always, if you guys have any tips that you want us to share, oh wait, can I just say one more thing? One really weird
Yeah.
thing. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is I've heard from like two Spanish girls like growing up and at two different times in my life. Like I don't know, but something about Spanish girls like they have like this like beautiful luscious hair. So I literally like I was inspired to grow my hair because this girl had like long, beautiful, luscious hair, and she like would be like, "Yeah, it just covers like my whole body when I'm naked." Like it was just so nice. I was like, "I want that." So I was inspired to grow
Ooh.
my hair, and I asked her, I was like, "What? Like, your hair's so long," and she was like, "This is like an ancient myth." That like her grandmother told, and then someone else told me the same myth after. So that's why like I'm like, okay, I think it's in the Spanish culture, but you have to like be good to your hair. Like, you know how like we kind of talk about in our other episodes about kind of giving gratitude to everything else around our life and, giving out positive energy. You have to do the same with your hair. She's like, my grandmother told me that you have to like touch your hair and be like I have beautiful like hair. If you're always talking shit about your hair and you're not caring about, like people who basically complain about losing their hair, but they're also doing all these things to cause the hair loss, but nothing to prevent it.
Yeah.
So, same thing. She was like, you have to be like kind to your hair and be thankful that you have hair. And I was like, I never thought about loving my hair or giving my hair love, you know? And
Yeah.
it's like we said, it's one of those things that people don't think about. Like we talk about like body love, like, love your body, like love your skin, be like comfortable in your own skin. But like you also have to love your hair and like actually show it, like be happy for like your like nice, thick, long hair and stuff like that. So really random, but I
100%.
like it was just like this like thing that I heard. And ever since I like heard it, the first time I heard it, I was like, oh, okay, cool, like ancient myth. And then the second time I heard it, like years later again, I was like, yo, maybe, I need to give my hair more love.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. You know what, that relates to our quote we posted this weekend about how, let's not forget the words you say about yourself can either harm you or make you better.
Yes, amen. That was
Right?
actually perfect.
Yeah, definitely. Oh,
Okay, so now I'll close off. Thanks
thanks.
everyone for listening.
Yeah, thanks everyone for listening. If you're not already following us, please do on our Instagram. Like we said, we have such great quotes that we post on there that can maybe help motivate you. So please tune in on to Level Up with Raman and Alysha on Instagram. And if you have any tips or ideas or anything you'd like to hear from us, please email us at ramanandalysha@gmail.com.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great week.
You too. Bye.